This is a winery that no camera has ever seen before, and today we had the honor of visiting it. We tasted wines that haven't even made it to the bottles yet, and we met a winemaker who hand waxes every single bottle. And those wines can be found in the most luxurious Michelin restaurants. But before we step into his new winery temple, I'll show you why Wachau is one of the rarest wine regions on our planet. I am Adam Greksa, and today we are going to visit the legendary Pichler-Krutzler Winery in Wachau. Wachau is not just Austria's most famous wine region, it's a living wine museum, where every sip connects nature, history and extreme precision. It stretches along the Danube for about 35 kilometers between towns Melk and Krems. But in terms of quality, it easily competes with the top regions like Burgundy or Alsace. And right here, on the steep south-facing slopes above the river, we find vineyards that look like stone stairways to heaven. Ancient granite terraces, hand-built in the Middle Ages by the monks. Until today, they are still worked by the hand, with much respect and humility. On these terraces, the vines literally fight their way through rocky soil. The roads go deep, and that's exactly why wines from Wachau have such an exceptional mineral structure. They taste clean, precise, fresh, but with a depth you never forget. Wachau has a unique microclimate. It combines two completely different zones: cold air from the Alps and warm winds from the Pannonian Plain. The result is hot days and cold nights, which allow the grapes to ripen but not lose acidity. Exactly what we want for exceptional white wines. Two grape varieties dominate here, the Grüner Veltliner and Riesling, but Wachau makes them completely different than the rest of the world. Veltliner here is spicy, peppery, sometimes even salty. Riesling tends to be citrusy, mineral and stony, and always exceptional. But Wachau also keeps its legendary three-level system based on wine style: Steinfeder, Federspiel, and of course, the exceptional Smaragd. Wachau has its legends. Names like FX Pichler, Herzberger or Knoll. You'll find their wines in Michelin-Star restaurants around the world. If you're looking for a place where wine is made by hand and with respect for nature, Wachau is the answer. So hello, I'm Adam Greksa, and today we have visited one of the most elite wine producers from Wachau, Mr. Erich Krutzler, and his brand Pichler-Krutzler. Hello.
Servus.
Pichler-Krutzler. Behind this name is the story of two winemaking legends: Elisabeth Pichler, the granddaughter of FX Pichler, one of the most respected winemakers in all Wachau, and Erich Krutzler, a winemaker from Burgenland who specialized in red wines. Two completely different regions, united to create something new, right here in Wachau. How many bottles per year do you produce?
Depends on the vintage, it's between 70 to 80,000 bottles.
Okay, but it was not like that in the history, yeah? So you're basically like a new brand.
I'm getting old, but we are a new brand, yes.
Yeah.
Because we started in 07, we have kind of 10,000 bottles a year.
In just a few years, they reached the top. Today, you can find their wines in Michelin-Star restaurants all over the world. And that's no coincidence. They produce only dry wines without compromise. Only Grüner Veltliner and Riesling exactly the way Wachau wants them to taste.
And in a couple of years, you made it really to the top. This is one of the most recognized brands. Every time I go to a Michelin restaurant, I find your bottle somewhere.
The reason for that is because my wife and me, we are grown up in wine growing families. We grew up in.
Yeah, so the
she was born here. I'm the red wine guy, so I come from Burgenland. So I was grown up with Blaufränkisch, more or less.
Yeah.
So my experience in white wine was very short, but I tried to improve year to year. But winemaking is always, it's a thing of not of technique or of, it's a thing of emotion. And if you do wine
with the heart,
yes, then it doesn't depend in which area you are.
At the winery, Erich follows the motto, less is more. He prefers natural processes and lets the wine live its own life, of course under his supervision, rather than interfering aggressively.
I'm more thinking on the vineyard side than on alcohol levels.
So you don't do the basic Federspiel, Steinfeder and
we do it, but we
yeah?
don't write it on the label. On our label you find the vintage, the grape variety and the origin. But I feel as a very, very traditional winemaker. So my first wine was made with 16 in 84, so I knew a lot about Austrian wine and about the last 40 years of wine history in Europe. And my experience is that everything is coming again and again, like in fashion.
Yes, of course.
So it's a sinus.
Yes.
You will find everything again.
In their vineyards, Pichler-Krutzler follows sustainable and organic practices. Since 2017, they've transitioned to organic farming. They don't use herbicides, minimize systematic sprays, and strengthen the vines with natural preparations.
So how much products do you produce right now?
Quite a lot. We do regular wines, we do 7 Grüners and 7 Rieslings with a very tiny Pinot Blanc in between. We have 1,000 bottles of Pinot Blanc every year since we started. And then we do special things, you know, with this red caps on it, wax.
Even different
I
label?
hate the wax, by the way, because I have to do this. But these are wines, they're staying long in barrels. They do sometimes malolactic fermentation. It's not typically Wachau, I know. And I apologize for that, but anyway, it's something I like to work with, is with oak sometimes. It's with longer skin contact, longer yeast, selling later, late releases. So it is maybe not the traditional, and I don't want to change the Wachau style. I'm happy to be here. It's the best white wine making region in Austria. We have Riesling, Grüner Veltliner. It's very easy. We have 2 grape varieties, but we produce 15 different wines.
But you do it your way.
Yes. Yeah. So sometimes we have 20 wines, 24 wines per vintage.
So many of them are single vineyard wines, yeah?
Most of them, yes.
Most of them.
We have
That's
only,
why we have so
one Village Grüner and 1 Village Riesling. And the Pinot Blanc is Village too.
And even though they bottle tens of thousands of bottles a year, the atmosphere remains family-like. Team decisions without corporate spreadsheets. And the result is a wine with character, purity, and the signature of person behind it. Before we dive into the interview, I just want to let you know that this entire video, from filming through editing all the way to release, was made possible thanks to Envy Studio. They literally took care of everything: equipment, directing, sound, video, post-production, and everything else. If you want to create your own podcast, talk show, or any kind of professional content, Envy Studio will handle everything for you from A to Z. Contact them via Instagram or click the link in the description. And now back to the report.
This is your new winery, yeah?
Yes. This is the room where we store the bottles after bottling and labeling. Good. We have now more room than we had before. It's enough for 80,000 bottles or more.
So what is the ideal storage temperature for wine?
I would say for us here, it's very important that it's dry because of the labels, and so we have a cooling system here to
Also a dehumidifier.
Yes, depends. We store this wine here maximum for 1 year, so I think 14 or 15 degrees is fine. It should not
14,
be too
15.
cold.
The entire winery is based in a fully renovated, elegant building from the 16th century. Every detail fits, a contrast between old stone walls and modern technology.
I think that the wine should feel the seasons, so it should not be a I don't like cellars. They have every all year long 12 degrees. I think that the wine should expand and concentrate again. But this is just a very small segment of that what I'm doing. So we want to buy more barrels in future, and we want to change more from stainless steel to barrels.
Many of their wines age on fine lees for an unusually long time, 8 to 10 months before bottling, and some even more than a year. Their wines are now proudly served at Vienna's newest 3-star Michelin restaurant, Steiereck. A generous tasting awaits us. 9 samples of Pichler-Krutzler wines from different plots and vintages. Among the wines we tasted, these gems stood out. Grüner Veltliner Kellerberg, a Veltliner from their most prestigious vineyard, Kellerberg in Dürstein. A super concentrated wine with aromas of ripe apricots, herbs and a touch of white pepper. On the palate, it's full-bodied, multi-layered and with a long mineral finish. A perfect example of the powerful yet elegant style that has made Kellerberg so famous. Of course, we couldn't miss the Riesling from the steep slope of Kellerberg.
So I would say this wine is an understatement to call it basic.
Yes.
Because it's really very, very good. The complexity, the freshness, the balance, the acidity, everything plays how it should. Also there is quite an aftertaste, so very enjoyable wine.
It confirmed the reputation of Kellerberg as a source of magnificent Rieslings. Next was the Riesling Pfaffenberg Alter Reben, a Riesling from old vines, more than 70 years old, from a small plot on the Pfaffenberg.
The balance is so amazing, the aftertaste is long. This is a very, very high-end wine.
This is the thing which is important in wines. It's not a fancy wine, but
yeah, I would say from the Riesling, this is the best one.
It's the most expensive one.
Okay.
Pfaffenberg, an elegant, austere Riesling for connoisseurs, showing the potential of this often overlooked site. Next was the Grüner Veltliner Superin late release, a special Veltliner from the Superin vineyard released after several years from the cellar, a so-called late release. It surprised us with depth and maturity in the glass, and it opened up with notes of dried apricot, lemon balm and walnut, hinting a gentle aging. Aging in perfect conditions. Despite the years in bottle, it kept its freshness, still vibrant on the palate, with firm acidity yet beautifully rounded. Next was the Grüner Veltliner Supergraf, an absolute standout and the pinnacle of the Pichler-Krutzler range. The name Supergraf caught our attention immediately, and even more so the wine itself.
Right now, from the smell, only from the smell, I can tell that this is a high-end wine. It's the complexity, the intensity of the smell. That's a really special wine, I have to say. The balance is amazing, the fruitiness, the acidity.
The taste is powerful yet precise, like a laser, an explosion of fruit and minerality that, despite its intensity, never feels heavy. This wine grows the full potential of Grüner Veltliner: complexity, elegance and charisma. No wonder it was the highlight of our tasting. While tasting all the samples, we were delighted that even though the wines had different characters depending on the vineyard, they all shared the unmistakable Pichler-Krutzler signature: clarity, salty minerality and finely tuned balance. Next, we were honored with the opportunity to taste so-called barrel samples, wines that are not yet bottled and are maturing in barrels. The Pfaffenberg 2023, directly from a new Burgundy barrel. In the future, it will be blended with the same wine but from an old 600-liter barrel, so the resulting product softens the wood flavors to be perfectly balanced with acidity, fruitness and a pleasant finish. Another barrel tasting from a 1,500-liter barrel was the 2024 Grüner Veltliner Kellerberg, which will remain there for 8 to 10 months. It was truly exceptional, and I already cannot wait to taste it from the bottle next year.
What do you think about the new winery, or do you like it? What's your...
For me, it's one of the most elegant wineries I have ever seen. I really enjoyed the visit here. For me, architecture comes with wine together, because you always have to have a feeling of a place, and this place has a wonderful feeling, I would say. So congratulations for what you achieved in the last years. How many years did you build this place?
We bought it about 4.5 years ago, and we do tree construction since 2.5 years. We are also happy.
So how far did it reach to history, this building?
The oldest part is middle-aged in the bottom. The upper part is late Baroque.
But I have to say that the style that you chose, the minimalism, the elegance, the quality materials, it screams like a decent luxury. It's perfect. I really like it.
Thank you for that.
Now, thank you letting us visit your new winery. It was a really nice pleasure, and I hope to see you soon sometimes.
Come to Wachau, see us.
We've seen a winery that connects the history and the present into one precise whole. We tasted wines that aren't even on the market yet and walked through spaces not just anyone gets to see. Pichler-Krutzler isn't just another winery. It's a proof that honesty can be tasted. If you like our videos, please hit the subscribe, hit like and support us. We will thank you with even better content.